Have you ever wondered why some people leave you feeling drained and depleted, while others lift you up and inspire you? Here's a powerful truth. The people you surround yourself with either fuel your fire or extinguish it. Now imagine what your life could look like if every relationship you had added value to your energy, mental health, and personal growth. What if I told you that cutting ties with toxic people is the single most transformative decision you could make?
Understanding toxic behavior without absorbing it is an essential skill for navigating relationships and maintaining emotional balance. Toxic people often act in ways that can drain our energy, manipulate our emotions, or leave us questioning our worth. And their behavior stems from various underlying factors, sometimes insecurity, jealousy, or an ingrained habit of using negativity to assert control. However, one of the hallmarks of emotionally intelligent and smart individuals is their ability to recognize this behavior without letting it seep into their self-perception or disrupt their mental peace. The first step in handling toxic people is cultivating awareness. This involves being attuned to the signs of toxic behavior, constant criticism, passive aggressiveness, manipulation, or any interaction that leaves you feeling drained or demeaned. Smart people understand that these behaviors often have little to do with them personally and everything to do with the insecurities or unresolved issues of the other person. This awareness enables them to maintain a healthy emotional distance.
Listen closely, because today we're going to break free from something that's been holding you back. You've been trapped in the cycle of caring about what a narcissist thinks, and it's time to break that chain. I'm not talking about simply ignoring them. I'm talking about taking control of your life, your energy, and your focus. See, the narcissist doesn't define you. They may have controlled your narrative for too long, but today you stop. You stop seeking their validation. You stop wondering if they approve of you, and you stop making them the center of your universe. That's the key. You are the center of your own life, your story. No one gets to dictate your worth except you. Look, the narcissist will always want to draw you into their web, to make you question your own reality, to manipulate your emotions. But when you stop caring, when you truly stop caring, their power vanishes. It's like they've been holding a puppet string, and the moment you cut that string, they lose all influence over you. Here's the truth: the moment you realize that you don't need their approval, that you don't need their attention, you take back your power. When you realize that you are worthy, regardless of what they say or do, you become unstoppable. You start living your life for you, not for their approval, not for their praise, not for their recognition. I want you to think about your own potential. Your greatness isn't determined by whether a narcissist sees it or not. It's not determined by their ability to validate you or acknowledge your worth. It's determined by what you choose to do with your life, by the energy you bring, by how you show up every single day. And guess what? You have the power to choose how you respond. Stop wasting your time trying to fit into their narrative. It's a game you'll never win. The narcissist needs your energy, your validation, your attention to survive. But when you pull it back and say, I'm enough just as I am, that's when you rise. You break free from the chains of their manipulation and take control of your own destiny. The world doesn't need another person who bends to the will of a narcissist. The world needs someone who knows their worth, someone who knows that they can be successful, happy, and fulfilled without approval from toxic individuals.
Toxic people often don't show up with a neon sign over their heads. No, their behavior is often subtle, creeping into your life until one day you look up and realize you're drained, frustrated, or emotionally depleted. The tricky part about toxicity is that it doesn't always feel bad at first. In fact, it might even come in the form of a seemingly harmless comment, a well-meaning piece of advice, or a friendly critique. But when you start paying attention to how those interactions leave you feeling small, insecure, or unworthy, that's when you need to step back and recognize what's really happening. At the heart of toxicity is the energy exchange. You might notice that after spending time with a certain person, you feel drained or discouraged, even if the conversation didn't seem overtly negative. Toxic people have an uncanny way of draining others without ever raising their voice. They may not shout or even argue, but their words, their attitude, or their actions leave an invisible scar on your emotional well-being. It's like a silent thief that robs you of your energy and leaves you feeling empty. Recognizing this shift in your emotional state is key. When a conversation, even a short one, leaves you questioning your worth or feeling heavy, that's a red flag. One of the most insidious aspects of toxicity is manipulation. Toxic people often try to control situations and emotions to suit their needs. They might use guilt or passive-aggressive behavior to get their way, and before you know it, you're apologizing for things that aren't even your fault. They twist your words, turn your kindness into weakness, and use your vulnerabilities against you.
Their negativity doesn't just take energy, it shifts your focus away from what's important. Imagine the emotional toll of constantly preparing for the next argument or misunderstanding. Toxic people often don't even realize the impact they're having, which makes it even more exhausting to deal with them. Their relentless need for attention and validation can turn every conversation into a draining ordeal. Over time, you might start to feel like you're walking on eggshells around them, unsure of how to navigate their ever-changing moods. By distancing ourselves, we protect our energy reserves for the people and activities that matter. When you eliminate these draining influences, you'll notice more clarity and focus in your daily life. Reclaiming your energy also means reclaiming your peace of mind. You'll wake up with more motivation and less dread, ready to tackle your goals. Remember, the energy you save by cutting ties with toxic people can be reinvested into self-care, growth, and meaningful connections. Most importantly, you'll begin to rediscover the joy of living a life free from constant emotional weight. And here's the most liberating part. Every ounce of energy you save from toxic people becomes fuel for your own happiness and success. 2. Affects self-esteem. Self-esteem is like a mirror. It reflects how you see yourself. Toxic individuals act like smudges on that mirror, distorting your view. Their negativity can make you believe you're not good enough or unworthy of success. Over time, this erosion of self-worth can seep into every aspect of your life, from your career to your personal relationships. Toxic people often exploit vulnerabilities, using your insecurities against you to maintain control. They might gaslight you, making you question your own reality and perceptions. It's important to recognize these false narratives for what they are, projections of the toxic person's insecurities. Your self-worth is not up for debate, and it's certainly not defined by someone else's opinion. Rebuilding self-esteem starts with separating yourself from those who seek to tear you down. Fill your life with people who see your potential and celebrate your accomplishments. Engage in activities that reinforce your strengths and passions. Remember, self-esteem is a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger it becomes. Journaling, affirmations, and therapy are excellent tools for repairing the damage toxic individuals may have caused. With time and distance, you'll rediscover the confident, capable person you've always been. Never underestimate the power of a supportive environment in restoring your belief in yourself.
Emotional intelligence also plays a significant role. Smart individuals excel at managing their emotions and understanding the emotions of others. They recognize when someone is attempting to provoke a reaction or push their buttons and remain composed instead of giving in to the bait. They respond rather than react, using calm and calculated actions to diffuse situations rather than escalating them. This ability to stay grounded, even in the face of provocation, prevents toxic people from gaining control over their emotions or actions. In addition, they practice selective engagement. They evaluate whether a conversation or interaction is worth their energy before diving in. For instance, if they sense that a toxic person is attempting to provoke a fight or create unnecessary drama, they choose not to participate. They might acknowledge the person's perspective without engaging further, using phrases like, "I understand how you feel," to diffuse tension while maintaining their emotional distance.